Peace to the people, peace to the family. 747 24/7, 361 degrees. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Messiah's Bookshelf. I am your host, Solar Prime Supreme, 131, Lazarus Lamel of the Messiah Code Movement. And this is my co-host, my wife and queen, Thea Lamel, Solar Prime Supreme, 327. I got you.
327, yes.
Let's get it. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
We just did the 90-day water fast and cleansing. Whew. Shout out to everybody looking for the live right now. They looking for the live. They hit me up on the Facebook. They hit me up on the TikTok. They looking for the live. Shout out to my brother Alkhidar, our honored guest, Alkhidar Ben Yahudi L. All right. I got another special guest that I like to introduce to the family. He's already family, of course. My one and only son, Mazi Global. To me, he's Naeem.
Dang, okay.
I mean, that's a holy name, son. That's a holy name. So consider yourself to be honored. But I rock with you. You call yourself Mazi Global. I'm gonna rock with you, son. We're gonna do what it do. So how you feeling? I can't hear you. You can turn your mic up. Turn it on, turn it up, whatever you do with it.
No.
I can't hear. No, go ahead.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I feel great. I just took a trip out from my home of Delaware.
Right.
I'm in a new land, in a new place, new sights, new views. It's
okay.
Different. When you're young, you want to explore, you want to see them sights. It's a lot, but I was ready for it, ready to.
All right, for the family, I want to let y'all know my son. He's actually here with us now. He has moved. He has come back to the nest. I really think it's a good feeling as a father to have you back home with us, son. You know what I mean? And for you to move from the East Coast up north down here in the nice sun, how you feel about that one? How do you feel about the weather change and so forth? What do you think about it?
As soon as I got I saw plant life of Florida. As soon as I got down here, it shocked me because I just never saw that type of environment. I'm from up north, so it's just regular. It's it's not.
Okay, you was going in and out.
Yeah.
We just trying to figure out. You got to probably do sign language. I don't know what's going on, but you just kind of clicking out. What's up? Peace to the family coming in. Shalom. Like I said, we got an honored guest. My son, as well as we got an honored great guest that's going to come in, brother Alkhidar Ben Yahudi L. All right, so. I got you, son. Now we get introduce a good brother to me. I'm gonna tell you something about this brother. I have known this brother for about 28 years. That's a long time. And I consider him to be one of my teachers. To be honest, we all teach each other things along the journey. We all teach each other great things along the journey, and as a companion, as a brother, along this journey, we both been walking a rugged road, and I've been watching this brother, his diligence for what he has been striving for. Okay. And I like to introduce him to the family. I don't know if it's you in here, brother Alkhidar.
I see him.
Yeah, he's an honorable brother, man. I'm gonna tell you this real quick. You know, like I said, I have seen him do what he can for anybody he can. All right, as long as you are a seeker of the truth, as you are a doer or should I say, you have integrity as a person, and you are honorable. I have seen this brother stick his neck out time and time again. All right. So, like I said, I like to introduce this brother, brother Alkhidar Ben Yahudi El.
Peace, peace, shalom,
Hey.
shalom.
Kum,
Cool, cool,
salutations.
Mhm.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Peace, my brother. You know it's love, man.
You
Oh
already
man,
know.
how you feeling today? I see you got your queen with you. Woof.
Oh, oh man,
Yeah.
this the Empress Garcia L. You know,
Yes.
she's up and coming, big time. Johnson and Johnson, natural care product. You know, doing it big. You know what I'm saying, but also just a talented personality. Period. Sings, teaches.
Yes.
Uh,
Wow.
there's a lot of demonstrations going on, within the community. Um, natural care products. She's a
Mm-hmm.
craftswoman. So I honestly thought today was going to be her show because she got so much going on.
She got it. She wanna smoke us out. She wanna
Okay.
smoke it
Much
out.
gratitude,
Yeah,
Empress.
Let's
Much
go.
gratitude. Yes.
Nah,
We
but
here. We here for
brother,
the knowledge. Definitely here
yeah,
for.
yeah. Talk to us,
facts.
man. Tell us about the journey. Tell us how you come into the knowledge, the information. Just give us a little
Mm-hmm.
brief description of who you are, bro. Come on.
I mean, well, first and foremost, I want to thank you, Brother Lazarus Lavelle. You always extended your platforms, the Messiah Code family, the Tawalu tribe and nation, Kamoon to the family. And, I always start all my presentations off giving high honors and rising to the Most High and to his prophets and to his prophetesses, to his messengers, his warners, from Adam to Muhammad, all in between that, and even to the modern day brothers and sisters who are standing on these prophecies. So I say,
Yes, sir.
shalom to the family, assalamu alaikum to my Muslim Moorish family, and definitely, to my Tawalo tribe, I say kum. I'm brother
Cool.
Al-Qidar, Uche, yeah. I'm brother Al-Qidar Ben Yahudi El. I'm the Amir, representing Marrakesh Caliphate of America, also known as Marrakesh Society, under the leadership of Mansa Isa Muhammad and Mansour El Amir. I'm also a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Well, I'm a member of several temples um, under various grand bodies. Temple number 2 in Carbondale, Illinois, under the leadership of Grand Sheikh Arnil Bey and Sheikh K. Glover Ill. I'm also a member of Temple number 13 under the leadership of National Grand Sheikh Joel Bratton Bey. And I'm also affiliated with several Islamic and Hebraic organizations, in particular Masjid Ash-Shahid here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Hashaba Yisrael. So, I'm spread out in the community. I also keep ties with various Pan-African groups and entities as well. Um, okay. And so, I try to have a broad spectrum, to understand our experience and be better capable of relating to our people in a manner that also enforces the positive and the diversity within our tribes, within our nation, and just to bring that common unity so that we can get some applicable resolutions to turn the tides of society.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I
But
love that.
in terms of my personal struggle, like you said, we've been walking this path for quite some time. I'm humbled that there be elements that I can share and teach. But if the truth be told, yourself and Brother Asawa were my initial teachers. You
Wow.
know,
Mm.
coming up in cultural expressions such as Nawapo opened me up to be receptive to the information being taught by the Moorish Science Temple of America. and the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So I kind of take that as my benchmark of when I really took it to the next level of understanding. It kind of brought everything into full perspective, maybe like 2005, which is when I declared my nationality Moor and began the process of correcting my status with this government.
Hey,
So,
my brother, can I ask you this question? You know, I hear a lot of brothers talk about the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. In a
yes, sir.
small, in a small, se- if in a small description, can you talk about the teachings just in general? I would
Um,
like to move on from that, but can
now,
you clarify what are the teachings exactly of the
now,
Prophet Noble Drew Ali to clarify?
no doubt. There's a lot of, there's a lot of various, uh, I guess, controversy over even using the term prophet in relationship to Noble Drew Ali, who began his work in 1913, emanating from North Carolina and emigrating to New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, where he started the Canaanite Temple.
Okay.
Uh, his mission was a mission of restoration to restore us back into our original position and status and standing in law prior to the Ma'afa, the horror of slavery.
The
Um,
Ma'afa, that's the horror of slavery.
yeah, Ma'afa.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean, because you can't really call it slavery because slavery in ancient times did not take the complexion of what our people suffered here in America, being denationalized and reduced, and our skin, the complexion of our skin being used as a badge of slavery. So that's unknown in history. But interesting enough, his work was a work of restoration.
Okay.
He brought us out of interregnum, meaning that from the what we're calling slavery in legal terms, international terms, that was actually colonialism. So
Okay.
our people were colonized, and
Okay.
that colonization consisted of oppressing the Afro-Asiatics here in America, as well as importing other Asiatic people throughout the Caribbean and throughout the diaspora.
Okay.
So, that was a colonial system that was put in place under the direction of the Pope of Rome at that time under the Christian doctrine of discovery, which
Okay.
essentially stated that if you was, non Christian international law means like Caucasoid or pale nations of Europe. If you were not of the pale nations of Europe, and you was not a subject slave to the Christian monarchs, then you were classified as being a heathen. Okay,
Okay.
and that allowed them to disregard your humanity as well as discover the diverse lands that were occupied by indigenous people and take it over as their own. So we're
Yes,
talking
sir.
1492, in particular. So that period of time was a very dark period of time for humanity as the tides began to turn on the strongholds that our ancestors once held dear in various lands, including America. Okay, so so Noble Drew Ali is a very unique figure in that, and when I say prophet Noble Drew Ali, and I don't mean to offend anybody,
Yes,
whether
sir. Okay.
Muslim or Hebrew. When I say prophet, the term prophet in Hebrew goes back to a word navi. In Arabic, it's nabi, and in Hebrew, according to the linguistic genius, Moray Zion Lex, Moray Avidal Zion Lex, in one of his monumental works, he went and broke the etymology of the term navi down. And navi, what we translate to mean prophet, literally means one who is hollowed out. One who
Wow.
was hollowed out. I
Wow.
was like, oh. And when you
Wow.
go into the breakdown of that and everything, Yahweh Allah can only use those who have the aptitude to forego their egos and be for the will of the Father. So these figures that we deem as prophets and prophetess are people who the Most High could use because they had divorced themselves from the ego and only saw the objective mission and unity and purpose of the Most High, despite all the distractions, despite the persecution, or despite the common opinions of their peers. So
Mm,
Ali was one of those such figures. I don't
mm.
even really get stuck on the
It's
prophet
in
aspect.
it's in the word neb, a Egyptian word to mean lord or master as well.
Exactly. And he was just
Okay.
that. He was a master teacher. He's one of the most
Okay.
serious figures in the annals of history here in America.
Yes.
There's no audio footage of him. There's no video footage of Noble Drali's presence. All we have are the testimony of those who are now elders. Most of them have transitioned on to the ancestral realm.
Mm-hmm.
But all we have is his literature.
Wow.
Okay?
That's powerful.
When he transitioned in 1929,
Mm-hmm.
there was a change in the entire governmental system here in North America, which in 1930 we went into the Great Depression,
Bankrupt.
and
Yes.
then from 1930 to 1933 it was the overt reestablishment of the financial systems and the declaration of bankruptcy as evidenced through House Joint Resolution 192, and it also became public law. So a lot changed during that time. It was also, the birth of the various agencies that we interface with to this day, such as the Social Security Administration, Vital Records. A lot of the agencies formed during that period of time to manage things in receivership. So when he transitioned, all the audio footage, all the video footage that could be surmised during that time was taken out of public circulation. So to this day, there's no recording of him. And there was video footage. There was major conventions. There was many, talks and interviews, but none of it has surfaced since that time period. And we know that because he was a contemporary with Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So we have videos and audios of him, but there's none of Noble Joali. And that was done purposely. But
Wow.
by the grace of the Most High and by the labor, the painstaking labor of the elders who benefited from his presence during that time, they've kept those doors open. And the work that he put in set the stage for us to be able to enjoy the benefits and to grow back into the oneness of ourselves as Moors.
Mm.
All right. So bro, that was nice. I never heard nobody break down Noble Drew Ali like that.
All praise to the
J-
Yah.
to be honest, I see you have a passion for this brother as being a student of this brother and taking his teachings to the level that I would think that he would be honored to have you as a person to take his teachings to a new height.
Mm.
Praise be
All
to the Most
right,
High.
which brings me to today's topic. For the people that's coming in, the topic is we are Moors, we are free white people, we are the true tribes of Israel.
That's correct.
So
That's a lot to unpack.
I
Yeah.
know these people thought it was clickbait. They thought it was clickbait, bro. And I'm gonna keep it real. It wasn't clickbait at all. In
Right.
actuality, you know, I really wanted this brother to clear this, clear the situation up. Give us, clarity on what this means.
Right.
I have heard a lot of people say this, and you haven't been saying this yesterday. I know you have been saying this for over 10 years, myself personally.
Facts.
So I know you have been sticking with it, you have been working with it and seeing it and making sure it works. So I want to know, I just want to know Islam, Shalom.
Shalom and shalom.
I want to know before you break that stuff down, what is your spirituality? Because, I really want to know what like God you worship, what spirituality you connect up with, what do you call upon? What is this about? Talk to me. Talk to the people, just in case they're wondering.
If I had to, put my doctrine in a title, I would say that I'm from a school of Moorish Islamic Hebrews.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
unfortunately, there is a lot of division in many of the spiritual houses. And, if you listen to the controversy on YouTube and on social media, you see that a lot of the religious houses and spiritual houses are gang banging just as much as the rappers on the hip.
Talk
Facts.
about it. Talk about
Indeed.
it.
Yes. Facts.
You know, that's un-
Yo.
that's unfortunate,
So
but I try to
so
stay away from that.
what's the highest deity in your spirituality, or how you connect up to the universe? Just to, I just want to get a little
But
idea.
I call on the creator divine name of Yahweh Allah.
Yahweh
So
Allah.
Allah, many Hebrews, don't don't really don't really acknowledge, but Allah is an attribute of the Most High, and it means
Hey, bro, when you said that, I did not expect for you to say that.
power.
I'm gonna keep it real. I be talking to you all the time, bro. But I never asked you this question, so it's not prompted. Nobody,
Nothing,
it's
nothing
not.
is scripted. I
It's
literally
not
just got to the
scripted.
office when I was racing to get here.
Yeah, so I'm asking you this. When you
Sunglasses.
said Yahweh Allah, I
Yes, sir.
like how it really represents who you are, because you use Yahweh and you utilize Allah as one body.
Facts.
Wow, that was beautiful, bro.
Yahweh or Yahweh in the Hebrew and the culture, it identifies the self-existent one. You
Mm.
know, we say in Exodus, when Moses or Moshe asked the Most High, who shall I say sent me? He said, Ahaya Asha'aya, which means
Go ahead.
I am what I will to be.
Yes.
I was like, woo. I
Ooh.
mean, but in Arabic, in the Holy Quran, when you read the Holy Quran, it actually indicates Yah Allah all throughout
Okay.
the Quran. Okay, now Arabic scholars and translators translate that term Yah Allah to mean Oh Allah, but
Okay.
that's where I differ with the translators. That term Yah is not by accident in the titles of Allah in the Holy Quran. If you put it in the proper phonology, because Arabic and Aramaic are both Afro-Asiatic Shemitic languages.
Mm.
So if you put it in its proper context, you will actually be saying Yahweh or Yah is power. Yah is the power. Yeah.
That was fire, man. That was so much fire.
So
All
Yeshua,
right.
Israel itself, or the nation of Israel itself in the Hebrew is Yesharallah.
Ooh.
The prince power of the creator. So, we got an old covenant, and
Yes.
this was the unique positioning that Noble Drew Ali found himself in back in the early days of 1913, leading up to the formation of the Moorish-Israelite Temple of America, subsequently in 1925. It evolved over a period of time, but as Moors that are interested in seeking resolution and our people correcting their status, we have to take a balanced priest position, because Moor is a nationality. It's not your religion. It's that
Wow.
Chinese is a nationality and not your religion. However, unique to our experience as Moors is that our rights as Moors were codified while we were at the height of our power under Islamic rule. So Islamic rule is a separate jurisdiction. People think of Islam just a religion, but they're not understanding Islamism or Islamia as the functional governmental system that
Ah.
supports every sector of life, including banking. You know, you can go to the
Wow.
bank tomorrow and open up an Islamic interest, a non-interest bearing account, because
Hmm.
riba, interest, and taxations are forbidden in Islam. So we don't practice usury even
Yeah.
in our
Yeah,
commercial.
usury. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
So
right.
people would be, shocked to see that all this uniqueness exists right here in America. It's
Hey,
ours,
bro.
ours for the
Hey,
claiming.
bro. I got a
Yeah.
question, man. Do you shadow box with this information in the mirror? Like,
Ha ha ha
do
ha.
you be like, I'm a
No,
shadow box with
no, I don't
myself to
do that
make
all.
sure I got this thing, I got this thing
Not at
tight.
all. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I be building with sister, but the stuff that she retains,
Ah,
that she regurgitates, it be more beautiful than what we talked about.
hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100. You was dropping them bombs, bro. Like, I'm like, he got the microphone smoking right now.
Hey man,
Yo,
I'm
man.
always trying to support the Messiah code. Like you, I'm very, very, very interested in, the topic of the Messiah, the Mashiach, and I'm waiting too. You know,
Yes, sir.
and so I definitely,
You know, I can break that down. I can break that down too, bro. I can shine like a diamond too, bro. It's like I know
hey,
it's your show, bro. It's your show. You got it.
about the
But you know,
Messiah, when you talk about
yeah.
the Messiah and you broke down how wanted to do war, and that all of our
One
male,
who is preparated for war. Yeah. I
I
like
was
it. I like
done.
that. Yeah, you've been
I
listening.
was done.
You've been
I was
listening,
done.
right.
Because in our early, in our earlier orientation of Yeshua, who they call Jesus, when we were younger, it was always like a milk toast, watered down version of himself
Ah,
and everything. So that helped put a lot of things in perspective for me. Just
uh,
understanding, what that term actually meant and what it indicated. So, I've been a fan of the Messiah Code since then.
thank you, bro. You
Yeah,
know, just to break it down real quick, the Messiah, we're all the body of the Messiah.
that's right.
I have showed that on a crazy presentation where I broke down the fact that the Messiah, the body of the Messiah is not a new message. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I showed people, let me say this real quick. I had a couple things. I had something in my clip too, bro.
Right,
But like the it's not a new message. It's just like not a new message.
right.
He said, that, "Yo, Lazarus is coming with a new message. We the body of the Messiah. We are that returning Messiah.
That's
I
right.
don't I don't got to do that. They keep on saying it over and over again, over and over again, bro. I'm just bringing up countless scriptures
Hmm.
where it talks about we are one body.
That's right.
And,
Right.
my proclamation is simple and clear that we are that returning Messiah. Collectively, we represent the body of the returning Messiah. You
That's a
know,
fact.
we just got to be able to pick up the phone call, in order to break out of the matrix. What? In order to break out of the matrix, you have to be called. And people have to know their calling, their purpose, and you fulfill your purpose or your calling by the purpose and the navigation of learning and mastering what you learn.
That's
So I break this stuff down in that aspect just real quick. I didn't, it's your show, bro. You gonna kill it.
hey,
This is
that has
Colossians.
Everybody.
Look,
that has
bro,
me on
they all
fire.
saying the
Awesome.
body of the Messiah. They all saying this. I keep on bringing. I can, in the scripture it says if you have a sign, bring 10 of them. I'm bringing over 10 scriptures. They talk about the body of the Messiah, bro.
Right,
And they don't talk about it like some old crazy Jesus returning like out
right,
of the sky in some crazy rocket ship. They talk
right,
about it as the Messiah returning collectively as us representing the network of the Messiah.
right,
And they talk about this in ancient Egypt, Kemet. Yeah, I'm going to Pyramid Text Utterance 600. Go look it up. How the king becomes the body of Osiris. All
right.
right. And collectively, it wasn't just one king because the the burial right was normal people had the same burial right as the king.
Hey,
And they became Osiris as well. So like, well,
wow.
I show people this in the pyramid text, you know what I'm saying? Where it talks about the same body of the Messiah, the returning Messiah. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Like, so coffin text. You just go look this up for all the people. And then Gab is, the earthling, the one that comes from
Right,
the earth,
right.
you know? Coffin text after coffin text.
Indeed.
pyramid text. We putting all the pieces, all the puzzles, all the pieces of Osiris back together again, bro.
Exactly.
We putting all the pieces.
And that, that basically was the work of Noble Drew Ali in a nutshell. He was one of the only leaders during that time that was bold enough and and, and informed enough to identify the heart of our crisis. Which was that after slavery was abolished in 1865 in North America, we were supposed to be set free to reclaim our identities. And that wasn't restored. They killed, Abraham Lincoln and continued a campaign of Jim Crow and other forms of oppression all the way up to the 14th Amendment 3 years later that never seen us completely restored in our status, in our titles, or in our possessions. So, what happened in the Most High raising up Noble Drew Ali amongst us, that was, something of a divine nature. And people can say a lot of things about they don't like the fact that you call him, prophet. That's cool. I like to call him the Sultan. He was the Sultan of the West. I mean, I call him the Sultan. But he actually set up the oldest Islamic institution here in North America. So he's given that credit. And Islamic law is the foundation of Moorish treaty law. Moorish treaty law is the foundation and the basis of international law. There was no such thing as international law before the Moors began to set forth treaties with the various nations, spelling out the stipulations and conditions of how we are to interact with each other and our rights and duties to one another. So, that's to his credit. But he couldn't set it up. The Moorish-Israelite type of America, while we are definitely exposing our people to the rich culture and customs of Islam, we also affirm our position as descendants of the royal house of Israel. We made it back to the house of Israel by way of the house of Ali. Okay.
I like how you don't disconnect yourself from it, because normally when somebody is involved with Islam, they disassociate themselves with Israel. Just the people in general.
Right. And that is interesting. If you go in the Holy Quran, chapter 15.
That's right. 15, that's right. That's right.
Chapter 15 in the Holy Quran.
That's how your heat goes off.
We feel your pain.
This is chapter 17 in the Holy Quran.
El Isra, right?
Yep.
It's 17. It's El Isra.
Bani Israel.
Bani Israel. I thought this was the journey of the prophet.
Yeah.
Number 17.
Yeah.
Number 17 was the journey of the prophet.
Right. It's chapter 17, Bani Israel. The Holy Quran actually affirms Israel. It affirms the Israelites during that period of time.
Hey bro, let me add on your bill real quick, because when you show, what Quran is that?
This is the Maulana Muhammad Ali translation, and I also have this translation too, which is a very, very banging translation. This is by I recommend everybody get a Maulana Muhammad Ali translation of the Holy Quran, because that sphere in it, the footnotes in it are outstanding. But Maulana Muhammad Ali had a great command of English, so as he was doing the transliterations, it was more common to the way we speak.
I get that. But why they name the chapter Bani Israel? if it's called El Isra.
Let
That was deep. I mean,
me see.
give
It's
me a, because it's like I said, it's connected to the night journey,
right.
and Isra in the Codex when we break it down, it basically means like enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To raise
Mm-hmm.
oneself up. El Isra.
Right.
And Israel. I mean, I just wondered why you broke that down, Bani Israel. Because isn't Bani son or something like that?
That's correct.
Sons of Israel.
And
Okay.
when it's when they say Bani, you know, it includes sons and daughters.
That's correct.
About it's speaking in terms of like like the nation, or like the ummah and everything. But because in our culture in Israel and Islamic culture, the nasab or the wantali, is conferred from father to child.
Okay.
So wantali is like your race, jinsia is your nationality. So in
Okay.
international law, nationality is conferred from father to child, okay, and not necessarily from mother to child, unless there is a political upheaval or the father's deceased or whatever the case may be. But the
That's
child follows after the nationality of the father in law. In
okay.
slave systems, the child follows after the condition of the mother because she's
You
classified as
said the
poor.
condition. Damn.
Yeah. hmm So if you look up, slave laws and everything, you'll see that breakdown in the Negro Act of 1740 and the Christian Black Codes. You'll see them make that delineation. So it was
Say that
always
again. So say that again. What was it?
if you look at the Negro Act of 1740,
Okay. Negro Act of 1740.
it contains a very specific breakdown. And that was actually the legislation that was used to reduce us once they took our nationality. Okay, so so and it's not nothing to even get a polemic about, because nowadays everybody is so sensitive of everything. And I'm not a sexist, or I'm not someone that diminishes the value of woman. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said heaven lies at the foot of mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, if we look at it from a scientific point of view, the male carries both his mother's X DNA, and he also carries the father's Y DNA. So if you were doing a genetic test like they have with 23andMe and other ancestry DNA analysis, you'll find that a woman, she can do her DNA test and get her maternal line.
Yes.
Goes back as far as
Yes.
it can trace.
Correct.
If she wants to find out her paternal bloodline, she has to confer with her father or her brother and everything to get that paternal DNA.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely going in. So that allows you
Thank
to.
you, moderator. Good. Keep
Yeah.
on going, bro. We fact checking you. We fact checking
Yeah.
you, bro.
All day
We
long.
fact.
All day long.
Yo, bro.
All day long. I mean, like, listen,
Yo, bro.
facts.
That-
Lamel, when we were coming up, people don't even appreciate how easy it is to access information. When we was coming up in this
Talk
information,
about it.
we couldn't just jump on a computer and Google this stuff. And we had to actually sit in libraries and purchase books. We was on
Hey,
mission.
bro, remember those times walking to Claymont because we used to have to go to class to Philly.
Thank you.
And then the train shut down, so we had to walk at least like 4 miles to Delaware from Claymont on a
Facts.
Sunday when it shut down if you wanted to go to
Exactly.
factual information,
It's just
bro.
so funny because like back then, like he was my enlightener. I was running with cats that we just want to hang out in studios and rap and drink and smoke weed and all that. And we come to his spot, he got all the elders and ancestors all around, area and stuff like that and everything. He like, yo, we gotta have study groups and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I just want to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I remember when you told me that, bro. You
Yeah.
know, like because I used to have the crib with all the 24 elders hanged up, and all the homies used to come in, and we used to
Right.
just chill, build, and just do what it do, man.
And he was
Thank
speaking
you,
other
bro.
languages and everything, man. And
Yo, you became
it
my
was so
teacher, bro.
fly.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm so glad I inspired you, or you inspired me, because, yo, you are my teacher, bro. Man, I
I wanted to
really
get in on the
That's when
conversation.
it comes to stuff.
You and the Star was having conversations and y'all was speaking English, but I didn't understand nothing y'all was talking about. You know what I mean? Y'all was speaking English, but the conversation went over my head so far that I was like, yo, I ain't never been a slow dude, but I said I gotta get on this conversation. I don't know what y'all talking about, but that joint, was juicy, was interesting and stuff like that. I was talking about all
it wasn't many of us back then, bro. It wasn't many of us
nope,
that had that
nope,
information.
nope, y'all was foundational.
Nah, man.
And see, look.
Oh man, you bringing
Oh
back a
wow.
throwback. That's a
Oh
throwback.
wow.
Yeah. I got a
I don't
whole
see no
library.
dust. I don't see no dust on it. So you must have been doing something with it. Hey, bro. So talk to me about this free white people stuff, because people say you jumping off a bridge. They say, "What is this brother smoking? I want whatever he's smoking." They trying to see your weed, man. Like they like, yo, what's going on with this dude? We are free white people.
Indeed.
Please clear this up, and please, when you talk, you speak so poetic. I'm gonna just say this: you speak very eloquent and poetic when you speak, and I got it. I get in a trance just listening to you.
All
What
praise
I
to
want to do is I want you to clear it, make it so clear that when somebody walks away from this video, they say, "We are free white people. I
indeed.
see free white people."
Indeed.
Yo, for real.
I
Like,
wanna
you can share the screen what you want to do, bro. However you want to do it, you can do it.
share the screen because I think that'd be a whole lot easier. Just
Man, you
explain it.
better. I'm
So
going to get in trouble with the conscious community if you don't
oh
bail me
yeah.
out. If you
Oh
don't pay
yeah.
my bail on this, bro.
I'm gonna break it all the way down so that people don't have no reservations about what we're talking about at all.
Hey, yo, we got my son in here, Naeem. I got a question. Do you hear what this brother is talking about? Like, have you been hearing the information? You part of the younger generation. Talk to us. What have you been getting from the information that brother Alkhidar been talking about? Kadar, you can load up your stuff as well.
All right.
Talk to
Um,
me.
Trying to open it up.
everything is as far as like it's new to me, but I recently just I be doing my research because I recently just took my shahada, so like I
Okay.
Live.
Okay, son. You ain't tell me about that one. You get
Ah,
instant replay. This is like
wow.
live. Okay, you took your shahada. Okay. You know, shahada is to witness God for yourself, or witness Allah for yourself, because they utilize the same word shahada as to mean to watch something like a TV.
Mm.
Even if they watching a TV show, it's the same word almost. But it's like you witness God for yourself. I just wanted to give you that. I don't know. We never talked about it. Could,
um as I get older, I think about my relationship with God, and it's just like any other not like any other relationship, but I haven't like thought about it much until I got older, and
okay.
I didn't grow up I didn't grow up Muslim. Like I didn't grow up in a Muslim household. Um,
Okay.
yeah, um,
Okay.
a lot of my family members on my mom's side and my dad's side were Muslim, so it made sense to me personally. Like personally, like mom, it made sense.
Okay, son. Okay. I mean, you could just make sense of life however you see it. We still walking and we still crawling. All right. I got you. Every spirituality is a school of thought. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just was waiting for brother Kedar.
Ah,
I was waiting for brother to Kedar to load up, but I put you on the spot, son. I'm gonna keep it real
that's all love.
to
I'm
make
proud
sure
of you,
you
Mozzie.
listening.
Live. We live in the flesh.
Yeah, we
I'm
live.
very,
If
very proud of you,
you
Maz.
bet, yeah.
Much.
I'm very proud of you, my brother. You know what I mean? That's a magnificent walk. I'm gonna try to share this screen so I can just like kind of go into some, basic facts. If I can share this here.
Go ahead. Go to present. It says on the joint. You just go to present and then share.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, right here.
Yeah.
This one, Black Star. Yeah. Uh huh. Okay. So can you see my screen?
Hold up. Let me.
I,
Is it-
Yeah. I can see it. I can see it.
okay.
Okay. So this
All
is
I'm seeing is, hold up, bro. I don't know if my eyesight is bad, but you might gotta blow it up, bro.
uh,
Don't worry about it. We can see you. Don't worry about it. We can see you. Yeah, blow that thing up. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can get you. Let's see if I can get you. Yeah. It's looking good. It's
Oh,
looking good. It was looking. Ho. Yeah. Bring that
now
up. Oh, bang.
this side.
I like it.
You had it right. I
I
just
know. I'm
want
just gonna.
to. Okay.
Yeah. It's looking good now. Oof.
Can I,
Slide to the left. Slide to the left.
okay. Yeah, this is my first time on this platform, so I'm just getting acclimated. But
Hey, man, you a guest, but you can move in the house, bro.
facts.
Ashe.
Let's see. Oh yeah, we did that too, man. You know what I mean? All right. So right here, this is Black's Law Dictionary. Okay. Black's Law Dictionary is recommended for anybody that's serious about understanding their rights, understanding how to better comprehend contract law. It's the language of law. So there's a language. There's a language called legalese, whereas terms that we use in everyday parlance has a different application in contract law. So it's very important that you understand, legal definitions and not just connotative definitions that we use in everyday parlay. And this is what has been driving the status or condition of our people because they keep us speaking under a color-coded caste system, which we know not the nature of, but by acquiescence or participation, we elect to be these different colors in the spectrum, not understanding its legal application. Okay, so in law, white, black, all these definitions don't have anything to do with your anthropological or your complexion or any of that. It is strictly for political and social status purposes only. Black and white are not people, they're statuses and conditions only. So if you look in the Black's Law Dictionary, fourth edition, first to fourth edition, and you can Google this, free white persons is defined as free white persons referred to in the Naturalization Act. Okay, why is that important? Why they mention the Naturalization Act? Laz, why do you think they mentioned the Naturalization Act?
I don't know, bro. Because of the land, the people that was on the land, they was trying
Well,
to deal with the people on the land. But tell me.
well, that definitely that, but that's dealing with immigration of foreigners.
Okay.
So the Naturalization Act tells us that everybody that comes from another nation with their nationality is classified as white.
Oh.
That you see here is white. Every Brazilian you see here is white. Every European you see here is white. Every Arab you see here, they're classified as white because it has nothing to do with your complexion. It's a status. It means that you're freeborn and that you have the privileges of and immunities of first-class citizenship. Right? It don't mean all the stuff that we ascribe to it. But I'm just
So
going to read the definition.
so this is different than free white person is different than on whatever application it says what race are you and you put white or you put Native American or African
Right.
American. So
Yeah,
free
you
white person is a status on that application, or
That's gonna
free
ask.
white person is a status of its own. I want to know.
Yeah, that's gonna
no,
ask.
it's the same application. That
Oh.
when you see white on applications, it's
Uh-huh.
in direct reference to this information here and some other things that I'm going to show you as well through Federal Directive 15. So so if you read the definition, it says free white persons. Free white persons referred to in the Naturalization Act as amended by Act July 14th, 1870, as meaning naturally given to it when first used in 1 Stat 103, Chapter 3, meaning all persons belonging to the European races, then commonly counted as white and their descendants, including such descendants in other countries to which they have emigrated. Okay? Now, there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into that because
Hold up, you blowing my mind though. Run it back. Go back
yeah,
up. Go back up. Just go back
yeah,
up.
yeah.
It says so free white persons. Free white persons referred to in Naturalization Act as amended by Act July 14th, 1870 as meaning naturally given to it first used in first stat 103C3 meaning all persons belonging to European races. Bro, so European races we're not European races, bro. Or are you talking about what are you talking about? Is this a part of what you saying? I'm just saying,
Right.
I'm reading the meaning. I want to apply this free white person situation.
Right. Well, they're gonna further define that, but when it says 1 Stat 103, Chapter 3,
Yeah.
that's talking about the United States statutes at large. Those are constitutional statutes or statutes that interpret the Constitution for enforcement.
Okay.
And so, European races are applicable to us as well. The Moors occupied and colonized Europe for over 800 years.
Okay, I get that point. What you saying? So you saying the European races include the Moors?
Correct. Now,
Okay, because they
uh,
occupied Europe for
that's correct.
hundreds of and thousands of years.
Yeah, yeah. There's no
Okay, okay, I get
dishonesty,
what you're saying.
all
You
that.
saying they try to sidetrack you to make you think European thinks you think it's
Right,
people of white of very
Yeah.
light skin.
Right.
exactly.
Okay,
But
okay, all
they're
right.
actually only indicating freeborn. When you say white in international law during those periods, that means that you're freeborn, that you're not a slave.
Okay.
So that's all that means. Okay, and so in that case, all
So
the
this
white.
includes it includes all European Jews, more
Correct.
or less intermixed with people of Celtic, Scandinavian. This is what I'm saying. These are white people, bro. You
Keep
mean to
going.
tell me that these are white people?
Keep
The
going.
Greek,
But keep
Slavic
going.
descent,
It
the
includes. It says it here. It
North
includes.
African. I see North
Yeah, you see
African
that Moorish
inhabitants.
inhabitants of Spain. Yeah. Okay. It says it.
Celtic, Iberian, Celtic, Iberian, Moorish inhabitant. Okay, I see where you're going with it.
Spain.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't want to lose nobody on here. I want to make sure we all get this
So let me run it
clear.
down. Let me run it down real quick on the definition. So
Come
this
on,
is how it's
go.
being legally applied.
All
It
right.
includes all European Jews, more or less intermixed with peoples. See, even if you're in the mix with peoples of Celtic, Scandinavian, Teutonic, Iberian, Latin, Greek, and Slavic descent. It includes Magars, Lapps, and Finns, and the Basques and Albanians. It includes the mixed Latin, Celtic Iberian, and Moorish inhabitants of Spain and Portugal, the mixed Greek, Latin, Phoenician, and North African inhabitants of Sicily, and the mixed Slav and Tartar inhabitants of South Russia. Isn't Vladimir Putin exposing the real Russian icons.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
It says it does not mean Caucasian race,
Race.
Aryan race, or Indo-European race. You got to put the explosion on for that.
Yeah, you funny, bro. Say that again, though. I didn't hear what you said. Drop the science down. What you said again, just real quick.
It does not mean Caucasian race, Aryan.
So
race.
you said free white people does not mean Caucasian race.
Correct.
Let's set this joint on fire, bro. You really
European Americans, modern European Americans, white at the exclusion of yourself, then you're still in a splitus mortuus minor,
civil mortuus, like legal, you lawfully dead
in the eyesight of the law.
Wow. So all right, so I got clarity here. So a free white person, move it up a little bit so I can see that meaning. This is in the Black's Law Dictionary.
Yeah,
we really getting our study on.
First to fourth edition. So if you get the Black's Law Dictionary, which I highly advise everybody.
First and fourth edition.
Yeah, the first to the fourth edition contains this definition. The latter editions, sort of omitting words as they would introduce new terms. And
can if the meaning changes because they got different editions, can we still utilize that edition if we
Oh yeah, that meaning has never changed. It's just been
all right. I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah, no, that's never changed.
All right, so free white persons. It says free white persons. All right, well, you broke all that stuff down.
Correct.
This is in the Black's Law Dictionary. All right, give us more information on this. If you got some more, we got clarity. It showed us all the type of people that it was referring to, and it wasn't referring to white people or however we think white people is.
Right.
Cat Williams, white people, like Cat Williams version of white people.
Exactly. So
come on, man, keep on teaching us, bro.
You look at, can you see my screen? Do you see the integrated post-secondary education data system?
Not yet.
No, I don't.
Okay, let me see.
Thank you, Naeem. You good, Naeem. Thank you for your time. Let my son go talk to his girlfriend. I know how it be. She calling.
Okay, let me see if I might have to go back to it. Let's see. I'm gonna share the screen again. The screen. Okay.
All right. Free white people.
Okay.
I see free white people.
All right, and this is gonna give us, some perspective.
I see it. Let me see. Let me add it. All right, come on.
All right.
Come on, bro. Give it to us.
All right.
Free white people.
This is the integrated post-secondary education data system definition.
Blow it up, please, so we can see it a little bit. Just use your 2 thumbs. Ice.
Okay. Got it. Okay, can you see that?
All right. This is about to get real sizzly. Come on, give it to us. Come on.
So this is the integrated post-secondary education data system. Definitions for new race and ethnicity categories. Now here, this is utilized by every HR, every school, every place of employment, every housing application. All of them apply the meaning of these terms according to this data system definition. Okay?
So integrated post-secondary education data system.
Correct.
So you tell me everybody charters their information from this one particular institution.
That's correct. And the policies that they put forward emanate from Federal Directive 15, which I'm going to show you,
Federal Directive 15. Okay. The policies that that they incorporated from Federal Directive 15. I'm following you. Let's go.
Right. Because remember, we talked originally. We talked about how what we call slavery was actually colonialism.
Right.
So
Okay.
we existing in a post-colonial system that has never been disbanded since the onset
Wow.
of the situation here.
Wow. So you said slavery, the real term of slavery is really colonialism?
Correct.
Man, I never heard nobody say that before, bro. Never.
It's important because slavery
That was fire.
times and everything can't be compared to what we experience here in America.
Okay.
So to call it slavery and everything like that would be a misnomer. Slavery was.
Some say we were prisoners of war. We were prisoners of war.
That's correct. So slavery in ancient times didn't take the complexion that we experience here, and that's why it confuses people, because slavery was a lawful institution around the world, but this here was criminal. But colonialism is a high war crime, and it's a crime against humanity. So although we're going over, some of the information, the overall purpose is to show people that you can choose not to be misclassified and identified in a way that reduces your rights, but can actually elect to be who you really are. And the government will comply with your demand.
All this time I've been choosing wrong.
Facts.
I've been choosing wrong all this time.
It's not your fault. You know what I mean? But we got to bring it to the facts. So it's one thing when we talk amongst ourselves and we affirm, who we are and use terms like black. That's one thing. But how it's applied when you sign contracts, that's the only definition that counts.
Wow.
So, okay, now break this. Integrated post-secondary education data system. All right, give us more.
All right. So
all right, come on.
This is gonna,
why you brought this up, though?
This is
come
going
on.
to affirm what we just talked about earlier.
Okay.
It says definitions for new race and ethnicity categories. Race, ethnicity, new definition. The new definition. Categories developed in 1997 by the Office of Management and Budget, OMB, which is the comptroller of the currency, that are used to describe groups to which individuals belong, identify with, or belong in the eyes of the community. The categories do not denote scientific definitions of anthropological origins. Did you get that part?
Yes,
the categories do not denote scientific definitions of anthropological origins. So you identifying to be black because your skin is brown or melanated is right there. You're dead in the water. It says the designations are used to categorize what? U.S. citizens status, resident aliens status, and other eligible non-citizen status.
Yes.
So we're being told that those terms are not used for scientific or anthropological origins. They're used strictly to categorize one's status and standing in law. Okay?
Wow.
And they don't hide this information from us.
But it's not racist. You're standing in law. Wow.
Exactly. But it's time that we begin to hold our leaders accountable to the true application of these terms that they are loosely using to designate our own humanity.
So what does this have to do with Federal Act 15, bro?
Let's check it out. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you right here. We're gonna go right to it. So anybody that's sharing this that's on this live can actually okay, can y'all see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So you can just
blow it up. Can you blow it up a little bit though, bro?
Okay, let me see.
You just, I don't know. If you're using your cell phone, you can use your two thumbs or something like that. Oh, no. That's just It's about.
Nah, I gotta wait till she come back in the office. Let me see.
Control plus will probably blow it
yeah,
up a little bit bigger. Control
Control
plus.
Control plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't do it. Did it? Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
cool. We looking good. We looking
Okay,
good.
on this one is
All
command.
right. Yeah.
Okay, y'all see that? This is from their
Yeah.
website. This is for the, this is from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. Okay. Office of Management and Budget, Directive number 15, Race and Ethnic Standards for Federal Statistics and Administrative Reporting, as adopted on May 12, 1977. So I was like 5 years old when this was adopted. It said the
Race
director,
and ethnic standards. Wow.
Mhm.
All right.
The
This
director
is office.
provides-
Hold up. Let me see. Office management.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Go ahead. All
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So it says this directive provides standard classifications for record keeping, collection, and presentation of data on race and ethnicity in federal program administrative reporting and statistical activities. These classifications should not be interpreted as being scientific or anthropological in nature. I'm going to say that again. These classifications should not be interpreted as being scientific or anthropological in nature. Why are we doing it?
Nor should they be viewed as what it says.
Determinants.
Okay, keep on going.
Nor should they be viewed as determinants of eligibility for participation in any federal program.
Wow.
They have been developed in response to needs expressed by both the executive branch and the Congress to provide for the collection and use of compatible, non-duplicated, exchangeable racial and ethnic data by federal agencies. Okay? So the
wow.
portion I just want to emphasize is that all these data collection definitions, it clearly indicates that these classifications should not be interpreted as being scientific or anthropological in nature. So when we tell you that you're not Black, you're not African American, you're not colored, you're not Negro, but that you're actually white and they stole your white status and called it a privilege, that shouldn't sound, amazing to us if we understand the legal application and use of these terms. You see, they can't go by nationality because you got the highest nationality in the land. And we're still under colonial provisions in this government. If they went by nationality, they would have second-class status themselves because they're not indigenous to this land.
Wow.
Okay, so they adopted a color-coded caste system to designate people of free status or first-class status. So when we say that you're white, white in the application of law means you're first-class citizen. That's all. It's not that deep. That you're free-born. Okay?
Okay.
And we get this straight, for our offspring from birth. And, these are things that I want to be able to talk about the people that we're really ushering in so that we can start correcting this misapplication of identity from day one.
So, so this, let me run it back. Where is that? All right. So this is a federal act again.
Federal Directive number 15.
Federal directive. So this is not into Congress. This is the directive of a federal directive.
It's a federal directive that was utilized, by Congress, or authorized by Congress in order to have a functional definition of all these terms. But it's not to be confused with anthropological and scientific delineations of the various nationalities. This is for political and classification in commercial purposes only.
Right.
Okay. So what does white mean commercially? White means creditor. What does black mean commercially? Black means debtor. Perpetual
Wow.
debt.
Hold up. Show, bro. You said white. That's almost like saying white is right, bro. Black, get back.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, if we go back into the cultural customs of other Afro-Asiatic peoples and nations, and when I say Afro-Asiatic, that's African and Asian, because we have an African and Asiatic root. They like to just talk about Africa. No, we were also building and pre-existing in Asia too. That's also our ancestral lands. Okay, you're not just African, you Afro-Asiatic, you Shemitic. Okay, so so if you go into the definitions, and I'm just going to skip down to we'll go through the definitions of all the ethnic, racial, and ethnic categories. If you look at American Indian or Alaska Native, it says a person
having origins in any of the original peoples of North America, and who maintains cultural identification through tribal affiliation or community recognition.
Okay, bang. Now you go to B. Asian.
That's Native Indian. That's Native Indian, Native Indian, Native Alaskan, a Native.
Right.
That's excuse me. I'm saying it wrong. Excuse me, because I don't want to. American Indian, Alaskan Native.
Yes.
I thought Native meant captive, one who was captive. People they don't want to utilize that word all the time as you know what I'm saying, that when people see that word Native, they run from it. Should we run from that word Native? I don't know if I'm going on a side tangent.
I would say this. Any term that you see in here, you should refer back to a law dictionary to get a proper orientation.
That makes sense.
Term. Because native, deals with nativity, but like I said, they created a whole mirror language that looks like English, sounds like English, but have Latin origins applied to it. So you can never be sure. I'm going to show y'all another great law dictionary that y'all can get tomorrow, because the Black's Law dictionaries are a huge volume book, and they're not easy to obtain. But if you can get a hold of it, or you do have the funds, because it's real expensive now. Then it used to cost that much back in the day, but because people are waking up, everything is skyrocketing. But if you can get a copy of it, you want to get a 4th edition Black's Law dictionary, and I'll explain why a little later. But if you can get that, you're good. But if you can't get that, I got another recommendation for a great legal dictionary, a legal term dictionary that you can get from Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
So it's the Webster's Legal Dictionary that's off the chain. I recommend that for everybody. All right. So I don't even want to guess about stuff like that. Go to your legal dictionary.
All right, I like that. That was a good answer. Okay, now it said what? Now what it say? It said black. Go ahead, Asian. The next one was Asian or Pacific Islander. Break that down.
A person having origins in any of the original peoples of the Far East, Southeast Asia, the Indian subcontinent, or the Pacific Islands. This area includes, for example, China, India, Japan, Korea, the Philippine Islands, and Samoa.
Or Samoa. Okay. Right. All right. So black. It says a person having origins in any of the racial groups of Africa.
Right. Now notice in the previous definitions, it says a person having origins in any of the original peoples. Every other ethnicity seems to refer back to the original peoples, but black is just a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. So I'm going to ask you, okay, Just going over this definition here, name one black racial group in Africa. Name one group of black people in Africa that call themselves black.
I thought each African, the people didn't go by the country, they went by the tribe.
Yeah, they go by their nationality or their tribe. They don't use a color-coded caste system to denote.
That's true. Yeah, they don't use black.
No, you have you Zambian, you Ghanaian, you Nigerian, you Egyptian, but there's no black. So a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa is identifying you with a non-existent nothing.
Oh wow.
It don't exist. So going down to Hispanic.
So Zulu isn't a classified race, like Yoruba, Akan, the Berber. They're not classified as a race of racial groups of Africa. I just want to know.
They are. Those are ethnic groups. Those are proper.
Okay.
Through tribal affiliation, but see, their ethnic groups does not deceive them of their national status and standing in law through their nationality. So even though in Nigeria you have over 300 tribal ethnic groups, but they're still Nigerian nationals for purposes of international law and the preservation of their rights.
What about the Khoisan people of South Africa? I think that's how you pronounce their name. I forget. It's like the Khoisan. It's a lot of people that they're. So.
And none of that stuff means black.
None of it means black.
Nope. They all have, designations that tie them back into their common customs and traditions and people, but they're not plugged into a complexion or a color.
So it's wrong. It's really politically wrong for me to call myself black or for me to check any box that says black on it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let's go down to
so hold up. So it's more correct for us to put white?
Correct. All white everything.
Hey bro, but it's white people that are putting white as well. Are they getting some sort of better status than someone else putting black or anything else?
Definitely.
Explain the difference, because I know it's white people in here that probably mark white 1,000 times.
Right.
And they like, my life is still messed up. What is this guy talking about? We got black people or melanated people pushing white and they expect their life to change. Tell me about how they feel.
Well, our white status differs in that our white status puts us on the privilege of a foreign national. So when foreigners come here, they're clothed under the protection of international law, treaties, etc. They also have a great deal of immunity from state jurisdictional courts because they can't deal with individuals that possess international status. That's federal. So you don't see a lot of foreign nationals in state courts, whether they're in there for traffic violations or common offenses. You're not going to see a lot of foreign nationals in state courts. You'll see them in federal court, provided they violate a federal statute or violation. But federal statutes and violations differ dramatically from state infractions. So your white status is indicative of your foreign status and protection underneath the Moorish Treaties. Okay. Now we go down to Hispanic.
I get what you're saying. You saying that I just listened to you real quick. You're telling me that when they check white, they're not indigenous to the land. It's different when they check white, because when you're checking white, you're basically from the position that you are native to the land.
Correct.
Okay.
But you're also aware that you possess international treaties and standing in law.
Yeah. I forgot that part too. Yes.
That's
all the treaty that connects you all with the treaties as well.
But simply put, though, even if without all that, you're someone who possesses a ancestral lineage or nationality that's unbroken. Okay, so
Okay.
anybody that comes with a nationality and naturalizes here in America, they are classified legally as white. It's against public policy. It's against the law for them to classify them as black or African American. I don't care how dark they are or whatever. If they come from Somalia, Ethiopia, and look like us, it is illegal for them to classify as black. And this can be
Wow.
seen in a court case by that was issued by Mustafa Hefni, who was an Egyptian-born native who was a professor over here, and he identified himself. He identified as black culturally here, and wanted to, be able to be eligible for different funding, and he was rejected, numerous times, and they explained to him that over here you're not black, you're white. So he filed a
Wow.
lawsuit and lost
Wow.
and lost because
Wow.
he
Where can I look that up? What is it?
Mustafa Hefni.
Mustafa
Yeah,
Hefni.
Mustafa Hefni.
Okay.
Peculiar case of Mustafa Hefni. Now, when he filed the lawsuit, it's not because he didn't understand public policy. He filed the lawsuit to bring international attention to this issue, to wake us up. A lot of people think that he
Wow.
was just filing it because he really just didn't understand. No, he understood. This man was an emeritus. He was a professor. He knew exactly what was going on. But this was his way of raising awareness to our people. Because, despite our affinity and love for Africa and love for the Middle East, in terms of our cultural, ties, many Asiatics, many Moors, unconscious Moors in America, they don't really interface with foreign nationals, whether they be foreign Muslims or foreign Africans. They don't, break bread with them. They don't sit and understand how they're classified in agency records, to do business and commerce here. So we don't have that type of interaction. In fact, when they're naturalized over here, a lot of these people foreign nationals are discouraged from even coming near us or revealing any details about their citizenship status. And and those are the ones that they allowed to emigrate over here. They're not letting the revolutionaries from these countries come over here and infect us with this information. They select very keenly who they allow to come over here and that may influence us. And this is covered in their naturalization indoctrination. Like they watch videos on this and tell them to stay away from the blacks. They're robbers. They're violent people. They're perpetual slaves.
Wow. All right. So, okay, now I want to move on to my next question of the subject of the video. Okay. Just
I wanted to cover this one last part before we jump over this.
okay. Go ahead.
I just want to cover the last one and everything like that. Or they got Hispanic and everything. And I tell Hispanics too, so-called Hispanics, don't check that Hispanic stuff. You know what I mean? You check white too, because that also reduces one status. But Hispanic is a person of Mexican.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, we got to get to Hispanic and white.
Yeah,
all right.
Person
Yeah,
of Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Central or South American, or other Spanish culture or origin, regardless of race. Okay, that's a whole bunch of colorful stuff. And then we go down to white. White, a person having origins in any of the original peoples, they go that term again, original peoples of Europe, North Africa, or the Middle East.
Hey, bro, I got a real problem with this situation.
Yes.
Because when they label Hispanic, the Mexican people are the original. I mean, when I look at the original, what we look at and say, oh, he's a Mexican.
Right.
They are the original people of the land. The
Correct.
Puerto Rican people, they were there. They're the Taino people. The Cuban people are the Taino people.
Right.
Central, South American. These are all indigenous people, man.
Right.
Why are these people got a lower class and they're not classified as the original people?
Well, that's a magnificent question. and that's why we have to inform them not to be checking that Hispanic stuff. They supposed to be checking white.
Dang, that's a chattel brand for the Hispanics,
Now
huh?
they have white. They still have their white status, but by checking that Hispanic and all that, they can actually marginalize and reduce their status by doing that. Yeah.
All right, so
So, it's
I'm
important.
supposed to put free. I'm supposed to put white.
Correct.
Supposed to check white. All right.
Correct.
Is
White.
it anything else that I put along this with white? Can you read what white means as well? Just one
White.
time.
White is a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, North Africa, or the Middle East. So when you talk about Israelite culture, that emanates out of the Middle East. When you're talking about Moorish culture, our seat of government was stationed. Our Washington D.C. was in the Moroccan Peninsula, Mauritania, Morocco, Algiers, Tunis, Tripoli, Libya. Those are the seats of government for our empires. So we ruled through empires, and when you talk about Europe, the Moors occupied Europe for over 800 years, going back to the conquest of 7-Eleven, which is why we have all these 7-Eleven stores in our communities from the Middle East as a tribute to the Moors, bearing the colors of the Moroccan flag, green and red.
Wow, I knew something was up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew
that's
something was up with these
Moors.
7-Elevens, man. It's too many 7-Elevens, bro.
Yeah, they telling you the year 7-Eleven, because why would they call it 7-Eleven if they open 24/7? They open 24 hours a day, so why wouldn't they call it 24/7? You feel
Wow.
me? They're telling you 7-Eleven because you got to come with signs and symbols for our people.
Uh,
Mhm.
yo, all right, bro. So just to follow up this question, just to, with the free white people,
Yeah,
okay?
and let me just say this: European history is Moorish history. We give
Okay.
the colonists too much damn credit. That's your history too. Europa is named after Ethiopian goddess, Ethiopian queen, Europa. They
Wow.
named that place Europa.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
You
that's
really,
that's that's your land too. Don't get it twisted. They only claim a little part of West Asia, them hills and K-sides and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But Europe is rightfully the inheritance of Moors.
uh,
We
ooh.
governed that. We settled that land over an 800-year period, bringing light, wisdom, architecture, castles, science, technology, irrigation, paved streets, arts, museums. Everything that was popping off here in the early days of colonialism in America, they were sending that back to Europe.
Man, you snapping out, bro. Yo, you clean too. You clean with it too, man. I love it. I love it. It's real clean. How you got it. You got this thing. So now it brings me to this question about Israel, bro.
Yes, sir.
This is a tough question right here.
Hmm.
Because when you talk about Israel, people are going to say, well, where are the prophets? I don't find none of the dead bodies of none of the prophets. He's saying we are the tribes or we're the children of Israel.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, can you clarify this? I'm going to ask you a couple questions on this Israel situation.
Hmm.
Is the Israel, the tribe of Israel, are
Hmm.
they a physical, are they real people? I mean, because people argue and question the Bible, they question the Torah, the
Hmm.
validity and the existence of the people that were in the books, because they say that these people came from ancient Egypt.
Hmm.
The stories come from ancient Egypt.
Hmm.
My question, are these real people?
Well, that's an outstanding question, and it would take some reference sources to do some comparative research on that question. And I do have a lot of information here and stuff like that. But this is what I'll state. Egypt or Tameri, you know, in Hebrew it's Mitzrayim. They record the distinction in the appearance of other ethnic groups and nationalities of people. Okay, Shemitic people are delineated from other melanated people by their afros and by their beards. Our men have afros and beards. Other Hamitic nations of pure Hamite seeds, they don't grow big afros and they don't grow a bunch of facial hair either. That's something unique to the Afro-Asiatic or Shemitic stock of people. Okay, so if you look at Egypt, a lot of times the
That's
rulers there,
deep. That was deep. I like that. I like that.
yeah, a lot
We're
of the
going somewhere with this. We're
a lot
going
of the
somewhere with
rulers,
this.
yeah,
Go
a lot of
ahead.
the rulers of Kemet, you would see they would wear the false beard because
Okay.
they don't grow facial hair. They wouldn't need to put on a fake beard if they grew facial hair, showing that there was a distinction and delineation from those type of, melanated people. There's different melanated stock. Just because we're melanated, that don't all make us of the same nation. Okay.
True.
Hey man, I'm loving it. I was really like, man, I needed some popcorn. I was about to pull out some popcorn, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I was about to pull out some popcorn on that one.
So we don't
Um,
look ourselves as a
so
Semitic.
they're real people. So you're saying they're real people.
In my research, several decades of research, I believe wholeheartedly that they were real people.
Okay.
And I also know that Noble Drew Ali was a real person, and we know where he buried at. So,
Okay.
what I'm saying, I just want to throw that plug up in there and stuff. You may not know
Yeah.
where your prophets is at. I visited the gravestone of my prophet. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
he's
Okay.
right there.
So now we know that they're real people. I don't want to say that word
Mhm.
because we don't want to get flagged. But how
Okay.
do you feel about other people claiming the heritage of a people that are associated with such a pristine history of antiquity?
I think it's similar to what we
You know,
see.
like usurping the rights, also creating laws. You know, a lot of these laws come from Hammurabi and stuff like that,
Right,
or whatever.
Hammurabi Code.
Yeah, yeah, but how do you feel about that? Is it a difference between like, you know?
It's a big difference, and there's some great books that people can get to really go into those differences. That give you like some great reference materials, such as "We the Black Jews" by Dr. Ben Yahudi.
Okay.
There's another great book by Rabbi Cohen called "Israelites and Jews: the Distinct Differences." Um,
Okay.
I'll post it on my page and everything like that, just for easy references. But those are fascinating books that goes into that. But there's a lot of books that's written by Jewish authors that actually show the distinction and make the distinction between who's who and what's what pertaining to that. One is a Jew by adoption and belief, and one is a Jew by blood right. So many of the high-ranking rabbis and everything, when you talk to them, they'll tell you, we're Jews by belief. They hearken into, Jews
Wow.
as a belief system, and come into the adoption because the scriptures talk about an adoption. But as far as being descendants of the tribe of Judah or the tribe of Yahudah, they don't fit that description.
Wow.
They don't fit that
Okay.
description.
Yeah, because how do you feel about that? Because in the second book of Kings, they talk about how these tribes were wiped out all except for Judah. Is that true? I mean, considering the fact that these are
I would have to,
people,
I would have
or
to
is
go.
that?
I would have to go to the actual verse and page and book and see it in context and everything
Okay.
like that. But we were driven from various lands and everything. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We this isn't our first captivity, not by a long shot.
Hmm.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow, really?
You know, the tribe of Judah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Judah means to praise. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what Judah means. And all the tribes had different characteristics that were, indicative of the gift that the Most High deposited in them, or characteristics that you can mark them by. So the people on this planet Earth right now that praises the hardest, that praises the most, that praises the best, are the ones who are languishing right now in the ghettos of America, referred to as Negroes, Blacks, Colored, African Americans. Nobody can out sing unconscious Moors. Nobody
Hmm.
can out rap unconscious Moors. We are notoriously known globally for our ability to sing. Okay, so those are just one of the characteristics of the tribe of Yahuda. Okay.
So check this out. Are
hmm
there certain laws? Because I
And,
know the.
and I just want to say this:
Go ahead.
ones that they call it Israelis and everything, they don't speak Hebrew; they speak Yiddish, which
Okay.
which is German and
German.
Germanic languages mixed in with some Hebrew. You know what I mean? So they were that people.
Okay.
They would speak that language, and there would be a continuum. We were prohibited from speaking Hebrew in the earlier colonial days here in North America, which I'm going to show you some slave legislation that will also indicate that as well under the Christian Black codes.
How much more time you got, bro? Because I know we've been sliding this for about a good hour and a half.
I mean, yeah, we just building and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like we do this any other way, so conversation
Yeah.
is just this commonplace. We be building, but if any of the listeners had any questions, or they wanted any reference sources, or just some questions in general, I'd be more than glad to answer a few questions.
Okay.
That's cool, man. Yeah, if anybody got any questions, you can you can ask the question and we'll put the question on the screen. Um I got one more question about this Israel situation.
Yes.
So, like I was saying, the Moors have laws, they have treaties, they have
Mhm.
things that correspond with inalienable rights that they can claim. What about people that are a part of Israel or under the fold of these rules and laws? Do they have certain I would say, privilege? I'm not going to use privilege. Do they got a higher status by being under these laws? Just like the Moors, if we get under the Moorish law, or the paradigm, do they have a certain higher status as well?
I didn't quite understand the question fully.
Israel, like if I'm an Israelite, like the
Okay.
Jews, like they have a higher status. Like I heard, if you don't like, taxes is a part of a
Oh,
spiritual
what you're
system.
saying.
You know what I'm saying? If you outside of the law, you're considered a heathen or a sinner. So therefore,
Right.
you're like a debtor, because sin is
Right.
like debt. You know what I'm saying?
That's a that's a that's a
You know
that's a
where I'm going with this, right?
that's
Because
excellent question.
sin is debt. So
Right.
like the heathen, if they're not underneath the fold of these laws, they cannot be forgiven. Therefore, their debt cannot be extinguished.
Right. Right. Yeah. There's some scriptures that deal with that. Because Israelites can redeem their brothers and sisters from debt status, from perpetual debtorship. That's also in the scriptures.
Oh, so I
Um.
just put up a question that a Bankstar had. You can see
Uh-huh.
that question.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that in different uh, social media stuff, and that's a very ambiguous question. So I
I
don't know the
think I
source.
think we
I
got
don't
good and
know the
bad
source.
people. I
I
think
don't.
we had good and bad people of many cultures and creeds. Not
Yeah,
everybody was all good.
yeah. I don't take to that perfectionist, um, you know, dynamic and stuff like that. That people try to do and stuff like that. We've had our ups and downs and everything. We've had our controversial moments. How Tipper Tip was one of the biggest slave traders and everything, known in Africa. That has nothing to do with the nationality of the people.
Gotcha.
Okay, I mean, like, okay, look at today. Look at today. Okay, because when people say stuff like that, and I ask them for their source references, I never get them, you know. And then they might pull something out of some
Where
third
the
party.
Moors were enslaving
Yeah, yeah.
people.
The Moors were the ones who were enslaved.
Okay.
Okay, that was done through the Alhambra decree. Okay, the Alhambra decree banished the Moorish Muslims and the Moorish Jews from our strongholds throughout the empires. They were subsequently placed into captivity. Okay, so I don't really be understanding that question, but if they give me a source reference, then we can build on that. But I look at it. I look at it today. Why are so-called blacks selling out other blacks today? Because last time I checked, when you go to those prisons, those guards that hold them in captivity are black. A
Black
black
yeah, we do
police
have we
officer will beat you down the street just as fast as a Caucasian one will.
you ain't lying. We have reflection crimes. You ain't going
Hey, thank you. So, Kamala Harris was notorious for locking up melanated people and everything like that. Even though she's East Indian, but they identify as black. You know what I'm saying? So, we have these same issues in contemporary times. To go back in time to try to find
I
some,
get it. So don't try to slight everybody because a couple people
yeah,
did some dirt. Come
yeah. We're
on,
talking
man.
about nationality.
Yeah,
So,
I
so,
get it.
so
I
it's
get it.
So, nationality is a very spiritual relationship that you have with the divine and with your ancestors. So it's very spiritual, but it is a challenge and a chore for Moors to really educate and teach the science of nationality in a way that also gives them religious freedom, because you're free to embrace any religion, and I encourage religion. I'm not a blasphemer of religion. I like when somebody has a religion because it allows me to know something about their ethics, something about their morals. I can go to their book and get a good concept of understanding of, what their foundation is, and we can touch and agree on things.
Wow.
When you say you're not religious, then I'm like, that means that anything goes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, religion is law. So when you're looking at these religious books and everything that is just, some spiritual exegesis, these are the laws by which nations are founded on. Okay, the laws that we have in the mundane world emanate out of religious books, out of religious law. That's why it's important to understand the jurisdiction in which we find our freedom. Okay, so under Islamic law, you're not a slave, you're a Moor. Under Islamic law, you're not treated according to a color-coded caste system. Okay, and and so to study one religion, that leaves you deficient. You should study many systems so that you can have an understanding on how the world really operates. But religion is law; those are law books. You can use the provisions in your scripture book to vitiate, criminal presentment. Because there's so much positive law in there. Not saying that you should be out of committing crimes, but some things that may be labeled a crime may be within the wherewithal of your religious expression. So you should know the difference, and you can utilize that for your defense. But but I'm gonna take you to a book. This is a book. If you want to understand, how Moorish treaties apply to our rights. This is a book that's published by Moorish Society entitled Introduction to Moorish Treaties. I encourage every Moor to get this book. Okay, this is a book that illustrates, mine is old. Okay, these treaties go back to 1662 to 1856. All right. So a lot of Moors are familiar with the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, but they're not familiar with all these different treaties that the Moors have with the European nations, with the Christian nations. Okay, and they enumerate a lot of rights that we're struggling for today because we're not under the ancestral title of our forefathers as Moors. So one of these treaties, I like to illustrate. This is additional articles between Great Britain and Morocco, signed at Fez, 10th of July, 1729. Okay, and in this treaty it says, I don't know if you can see it.
Is it highlighted in yellow?
That
Okay.
all Moors or Jews subject to the Emperor of Morocco.
Okay. All right. See that?
Okay.
I see it. Go ahead. All Moors. Go ahead. Read it.
Yeah, all Moors, that all Moors or Jews subject to the Emperor of Morocco. The Moorish Muslims and the Moorish-Israelites had a powerful relationship going back all the way to the inception of Islam over 1400 years ago. It was the Moorish-Israelites who protected Muhammad and gave Muhammad asylum when he was being persecuted in Mecca for teaching Tawheed, or the oneness of God, which was in direct contradiction to the polytheistic systems of the people of his time. They ran him out of Mecca. So he went to the neighboring country, which they call Medina today. Back then it was called Yathrib, and it was ran by the Israelites. And they protected him. So out of that protection came the first treaty in Islamic history, entitled the Treaty of Aqaba, which was a treaty between Moorish Muslims and a treaty between Moorish Israelites. That, they understood, even though the Israelites back then was like, this is a new message, but we do foundationally believe in the oneness, or which you're teaching in Tawheed. We don't want to worship all those idol gods and all that. Yah is one. So we agreed there and everything. And so that treaty produced a relationship that have been reinforced over the years, so that Moorish Israelites, have equal footing with Moorish Muslims in where the jurisdiction is Islamic or governed under Sharia law. Okay, and you see this replete all throughout various treaties, past treaties. There's one other reference. Okay, it's all throughout the treaties. Okay, this treaty here is the treaty between Great Britain and Morocco, signed at Fez, 28th July, 1760. And in this, I don't know. Can you see this?
Somewhat, yes.
The Emperor of Fez in Morocco, as well as Moors as Jews, subjects of the Emperor of Fez.
No, okay, so residing in the dominions of the King of Great Britain shall enjoy the same privilege that servants of the consuls and other subjects of his Britannic Majesty, of whatever nation they may be, either Moors or others, shall not pay the tax called the poll tax, or any other tax.
Okay. Wow. Or any other tax.
I was really just emphasizing.
What treaty is that?
Oh wow, my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm listening. I just wanted y'all to pay attention to the subjects of the Emperor of Fez in Morocco, as well Moors as Jews.
Yes.
Wow.
So
wow. Yo,
there
you
is
heard it here
a
first.
legacy. I don't let people tell me I'm just one thing. As Moors, we affirm all that is good in our heritage. When you come to Murakush society, when you come to the Moorish Science Temple of America, and we're correcting your race classifications with this government pursuant to your treaty rights as Moors, we're not excluding your Israelite lineage. We're not excluding your Cherokee and indigenous, identity. All that is affirmed in our documentation that goes to the courts and to the vital records in the various other institution agencies.
Hey, bro, do you got a way that we can reach out to you, the family can reach out to you?
Oh, no doubt. You can reach out to me at 443-595 more, which is 6667. And then
Okay.
you can email me at Hebrew Law Group, all
Hold
one
up,
word.
hold up, hold up. One
You probably
second. Let
want to
me
put that
put.
in. You want to put it in the
I want
chat?
to put it in. I want to put it in
Um,
the chat. Just spell
I
it.
don't even know how to chat.
No, I got it. I got it. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. I got you. I got you. Just tell
just
me,
tell us
and
a
I'll.
little slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The business number is 443
Hold up. Hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
595.
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold
443.
up.
Uh-huh. Oh, I do see the chat. Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah.
worries.
We got
443
you.
595 more, which is 6667.
Okay. You hit enter.
Okay. You definitely want to reach out via
Alright.
email. I'm going to put the email in there.
Yeah. Oh. So y'all can reach out. That's 594-443-595 more, right?
Yep.
6667.
Spell it out.
Yep.
All right.
667. That's
That
also your federal code in the government. More is federal code 667.
667. Wow.
Yep.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother conversation right there.
Hold up
Those
a
numbers are
conversation.
familiar. And what was the email?
The email is Hebrew Law Group.
All right,
Hebrew
Hebrew
Law Group.
Law Group.
Dot
Law
LTD
LTD. Dot LTD. What?
at gmail.com.
At Gmail.
All right. So for the people watching, I got them, babe. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
So is that it right there?
Oh,
LTD.
tip. I wasn't even in the comments all this. Wow. Hey, yeah, I
Yeah, I
apologize.
got you, bro. I got you, bro.
I was in the private chat. I just switched to the comments and I'm seeing all these comments and everything. Please forgive me, y'all. This is my first time on this app. You know what I mean? I got my
Yo, we love you, man. We love you, bro. You really took us to
man.
school. Um,
Thank you, brother.
all
You just
right, look at this, cause I want
wow.
to close out. I want to close out real quick. If y'all want to get in contact with the brother, here's the phone number right there.
That's right.
Very easy. If you want to get in contact with brother Alkhidar, all right. Now, if you would like to utilize an email to connect up with the brother, there it is, right there. All right. I got you. The Hebrew Law Group Ltd at gmail.com. Okay, bro, land the plane real quick. Land the plane for us. Close it. Yeah, land the plane. Close us out. Give us something powerful to move on. To make us do something different today, so we can apply to our tomorrow, as well as close out. It can be the start, because this, some of us aren't familiar with this information. We're not familiar with the process, and we want to start somewhere. Can you close out, give us some good information that can bring us closer to the destination of true liberty and freedom?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for sharing this awesome platform and turning me on to this platform. I'm very impressed. But I've been impressed with your work and everything like that. And I shadow supported from day one. So I already knew what it was and stuff like that. If I had to emphasize any messages, it would be that we are not a forsaken people. We are Yah's chosen people, chosen for a very high purpose. We have the ability to make the necessary legal changes in our status to put us on the top of civilization without raising one gun. Our
Mm.
position in this day and age
Wow.
is a choice, and you can only exercise that choice with the right proper information. So anybody that was moved or inspired by any of the information that I shared today, we have books and literature. We have academic books that are college level developed, so that you have reference sources and not just people's conclusions or opinions. But this is the time to make these corrections. And what's always so shocking to people is to see the agreement that the government has when you make these corrections. Okay, I'm not of the opinion that just imposing your status on others without going through the necessary legal protocols is sufficient, because it's not. But we do desire that all of our people enjoy the remedy that we have been enjoying for the past several years, and we want to make it easy for other families to come into a place of political and economic safety. Okay, I tell people, get safe, get your status corrected, and then engage in that journey, because you're going to always be learning new information about your heritage because you're ancient. But
Mm.
more than anything else, I just want to emphasize the fact that we have remedy. So we're not without remedy. We're not forsaken. Get with brothers like Brother Lamel and myself and other active brothers and sisters. If you're not in the vicinity where there's an actual temple, there are virtual temples. Get with me on that. And let's continue to have these type of build sessions. So I'm always impressed when people have platforms that's dealing with real issues, and this was definitely one of those great ones. So again, I thank you and everything. Sister Dia, Brother Lamel, and just keep doing that Messiah code work. That's all.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, bro, I'd like to thank you for your time. It has been an honor that for you to teach class today.
It's my
You
privilege.
know,
Mhm.
um, it is an honor for me to be a student of yours. And I want to
Privilege.
just say, keep on doing the good work, man.
No doubt. No
We need
doubt.
more brothers like you in the community to be the change that we're waiting for.
No doubt. We're gonna get you
You
down
know.
here this summer, man. This summer's gonna be lit. But I definitely and everything like that, because we're gonna be doing it real big next year. This upcoming year for Moorish American Week. So we're actually
Okay.
working with city council and city council people at large to get funding in an amount like $35,000 to put on a magnificent show of Moorish heritage and Moorish awareness during Moorish American Week, January 8th to the 15th. So we're
Uh,
planning for that now. We definitely want the Messiah Code and the Thawalo tribe and everything to be up on that and make something great happen. All
I
right.
got your back,
All
man.
right.
I got your back.
Indeed.
Everything, man. Front sides, man. All degrees of the compass.
I'm
Sis, yeah, there she go. Hold up. You know what I want to say, bro?
Yeah.
To you and the queen, I want to give you one of these because you got one of these, bro. You know, you and the Empress, y'all
Yeah.
are Messiah Code All Stars. I had to give it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
just
my R sis. Just
Yeah.
let you know, man.
I just wanted to say thank you for having him on your platform, because he spit so much game like so many gems, and it's mind blowing. It literally is mind blowing just to hear him talk. Just
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I just want to thank you. I'm glad to share energy and space with you guys. Thank you for having me on as well.
Thank
You
you.
hear what she said? She said,
Yeah.
"Come." She said, "Go out there and kick some ass some more, bro." She
Facts.
told you go out there and kick more ass, bro. You a warrior. You know what the Empress told you to do, bro.
Yes.
Hey, we hands on, man. You know, we hands
Yes,
on.
sir. Yes,
But it's
sir.
always love. Who you got? Who you got for the battle, man? Who you got for the battle?
What
Kendrick,
bat?
Oh,
Kendrick or Drake?
oh.
Who you got
Man,
for the battle, man?
I'm not gonna go with the light skinned guy because y'all gonna say I'm biased.
Oh, thank you, guys.
You're gonna say, "Oh man, light skin ain't coming back. Light skin ain't coming back."
Hey, man,
Kendrick
I'm
Lamar
love
was
you,
using.
man.
He used the P word. He can't use the P word. You can't come back from that. You
Yeah,
know the
I'm
brother
love
Queen's flip. You saw Queen's flip.
Yeah,
Queen's
he's
flip.
hilarious.
Yo, he snapped out when he heard the song. He
He's
started
hilarious.
destroying his set.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
started, he
tore it
started
down and
destroying
everything.
he's
He
like
tore it
his
down.
whole movie set. Queen's
Yo,
flip,
Queen's
fucking listening to the
hilarious.
song. He like ah.
Queen's hilarious, man. You know what
I
I'm
said,
saying?
man, this dude is tripping. Listen to this battle song.
Hey yo, make sure you get your TikTok presence up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because TikTok
Got you.
is the wave, man.
Yeah, it is the wave.
Man, TikTok
It is the wave.
Yeah.
I got a TikTok shop making a little small hustle on it. I got you.
Right.
Wink, wink for everybody know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yo, they got people trapping off of TikTok now. You know it's going crazy.
right, yeah, they
You
are.
can
You're
get
right.
that work from TikTok.
that's true.
You like, yo, I need me an ounce of that Zaza. Niggas is selling that shit on TikTok.
That's
Yo, they
true.
doing everything on TikTok, man. Shout out to Joe Biden.
Yeah. Joe Biden. Hey yo, make sure y'all reach out to me on TikTok too, man. It's a dope platform.
Yeah, what's your TikTok, man?
I don't even be on Facebook like that at all, man.
Nah, man, that's for the old people like me, man.
Facts.
For all the old geezers like me on Facebook.
TikTok is so fast paced, so fast moving, and info on there. It's like if you can really get some.
Man, TikTok's for people with ADD, bro. Cause I be feeling like I'm in microwave technology when I'm on that platform.
Yeah.
Fucking scroll.
But the tools they have to make your videos and stuff like that, man. Like,
hey, yo, you know they said that this is a manipulation. This right here is a manipulation. It's how to manipulate the mind of the woman. Because you know this sign is like when they showing money.
Right.
But they said scientists did an actual study when the thumb is moving like this. For the woman, it actually entrances her mind. And they said that that's part of what these platforms are doing. Why it's utilized. Yes.
Well, you know, it
That's
ain't without
deep.
respect, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but there's a lot of conscious resources on there.
Yeah, I get that too. You're right.
Yeah, man.
You're right.
There's
right.
some conscious resources on there and stuff like that, man. So, you know,
You
maybe
right.
next time we speak and everything like that, man, we can just like have a session that's just dealing with remedy. You know what I mean? What remedy is out there, because a lot of people don't even know that they have so many solutions that are at their disposal. So,
Hey man, I want to bring people your way because I know you got a lot of these remedies, man, for the people and to help people get through it. I seen the cards. I seen the Yo, I didn't see. You didn't went off the do rag and everything.
Yeah, man.
It's all good, man. It's summertime. I get it.
So, I'm having a bad turban day. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, you good. You still flex. We in here.
I gotta let the wave spin now.
Okay.
Let you know everything.
You bringing that Bobby Boucher back.
Yeah.
That Bobby Boucher back. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
It's been my pleasure, my honor, my brother, and
Yes, sir.
Going to keep this going and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, the remedy situation. Like I said, like whenever you get time, we'll figure out.
When I come back, we're gonna be talking about this Moorish American travel document.
Oh wow.
Oh, put that closer to the camera.
This is how I
Talk
this
that
is
work.
how I- this is
Bring
how
that
I-
work out. Bring that workout. Ooh.
This
Ooh,
is
I
Wow.
like it.
this is how I board flights.
That's how you board
I don't, I don't,
flights?
I don't use USA passports.
Man, let me see that again. Keep on going. It looks like a holy book with you in it.
This is
It
called
does
the
look like
MAC.
that.
This
And
is
it
called
has the
travel document.
Moorish American travel document. It looks like a dream catcher on top of it.
Do you feel me?
Yo, you
Wow.
winning. You
This
winning.
comes out of the Moorish consulate in China.
Let me see that. Open up that again, bro. Let me see that again.
You feel me?
Wow.
Yeah, my other one. That's the only way. That's the only way to travel.
That's how you getting on planes, bro?
That's it. That's all I use.
I'm done. I'm getting down with your movement too, bro. Whatever you got going on, I'm rocking out with you.
I ain't playing around, man.
Yo, just show us the way. Let's get it. For all the doubters, for all the haters. Yo,
International driver's license is international driver's permit.
man, you smoking it out right now.
We ain't playing. And you know, but for people that have driver's license, when we correct your status, we help you amend the driver's license to your correct status.
I like that.
So
I like that.
you ain't marginalized on no level. Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo,
The
so
government knows who you are. They know who you are. They know who they put in captivity. They know who they denationalize and colonize. It's us
wow.
that know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I put the brother's information on there for anybody that wants to link up with brother Alkhidar. Just there it is right there.
Right.
You know, I would say please respect the brother's business, you know. And also if I'm linking you with the brother, please be good business, be good people. Cuz I'm not
Okay.
trying to turn the people on the people that are bad people and that are not or in dishonor. Come on, man. So if y'all going to do business with the brother, please do good business with the brother. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know I'm Go ahead, sis.
busy. He's really busy. Like he has a lot of work to do. So yeah.
Yeah,
Don't play
and
with his
thank you for
time.
sharing. Don't play with his time.
Yes, don't play with his time. I hear that, Empress.
And it's gonna cost. It's gonna cost you something.
Platforms like this is good because the harvest is ripe. People is waking up. It's the laborers that are few. So you know we want to catch them, you know, correct them, then train them so that we can continue to reduplicate this process and expand, you know, the organs of this movement and everything. Because you know, unfortunately, everybody wasn't like, you know, in our environments, but we were so close to the activity. So coming out to the South, it really humbled me and everything because you'd be surprised, man. What's
Hey,
coming out?
bro,
This is
whatever
there.
you need for your services, I got you. Just ask me,
Oh,
and I
praise
got you. I wanna be a part of your system, and I'm saying that for the people that.
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
You grandfathered in. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just want to let you know, man. I love the work you're doing. So we're gonna close it out, and like I said, I put the brother's information on there for the brother Alkhidar. You want to link up? You know, there it is. There's the information. You can call. You can email as well. You know, I also, you know, I'd like to formally say thank you for your time. Thank you for your Empress's time, your family time, your family's time. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we all got families, bro. And I want to
Indeed.
say thank you, man. Thank you for just giving us some light. That's it.
Man, I'm humbly elated, and I thank you as well. I think I say Tawada, you know, Shukran. This is a great platform. Thank you, my sister Thea. And we're gonna do this again and have some fun.
Yes,
thank you, my
definitely.
brother.
Indeed.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much.
All right, Queen.
Right, first family.
Yes,
And the
yes.
next time we're gonna hear from the Empress. That's what I'm definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Tell
gonna-
her to
that's
pull
gonna
them
be
guns
I want
out.
to definitely hear from her.
That's gonna be off the hook.
Yeah. We want her to pull out them machine guns, bro.
That's
I know
that's
she
gonna be off the hook.
fire. I know I can feel that
I
energy.
know she fire. She
I
listening
know
to
she
you all
fire.
day. She's
I know she know you fire, Empress. I can't
She
wait.
said I'm good. It's all good. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I like how you very humble brother. That's one thing about you that is very powerful, I
I
think.
mean, no doubt. I learned from some of the greatest, man. You know, people won't even know, how degreed you are in the martial arts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would never
Mm.
assume it that way until I started touching hands with you, and I'm like,
Ah.
oh, dip, this dude is strong. Hold up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's all love, man. Hey, have you heard from Asaro, brother Asaro?
I wrote him a letter. He's doing 23 years, bro. He got about 10 more years left. He just did 10. I
Man,
wrote him a letter. I don't know what I'm gonna receive
preaching
back.
stuff like that, man. He be on my spirit a lot and stuff
He
like
got
that.
a habitual. That's what happened to him.
Oh yeah,
He had got an habitual. For anybody that doesn't know, he's a common friend between
yeah,
me and Kadar.
yeah. I
And
credit him
back
with
in the
a
day,
lot.
he was a revolutionary.
Yeah, crazy Gemini's, man. Bipolar self and everything like that, man. But I love,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I
You
know
know, that
y'all
was my
crazy
brother.
Geminis.
Yeah.
What y'all not gonna do?
What y'all? Oh, look at she gonna jump out.
Woo. But when I tell you that brother was sharp as a whistle on the
Yeah,
knowledge,
he was sharp. He was sharp.
that brother,
You had to calm him down.
yeah,
You
yeah.
had
But
to calm him down because he was ready to do anything. You be
Wow.
like, yo, Asaro, the revolution is today. We
Fact,
about to just jump out the window and just
fact.
do this. He like,
He
well,
was
He all
fuck
so
it,
for it.
let's
dope.
go. Yo,
Yeah,
he
he was
didn't
so
care
dope.
what the revolution was. He's ready to blow
Nope,
it down. Let's go.
nope,
Yeah, he was
no.
wild.
But I love that brother though, man. There's a
Love
lot of
him.
my brothers that's languishing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Injustice has a way of debilitating the mind and dragging the spirit down and stuff. You know what I mean? So, we got to get over this oppression, and that's what we here for. So we
Yeah,
good. We all right.
yeah, it's all good.
You
I
know what I
love you
mean?
though, bro. We gonna
I love
close it
you
out.
more, man. I love you more, and I'm glad to see you doing your thing with your family, man. Seeing them little children. You know what I'm saying? How many you got now? Like,
I
like
got 14. I got 14.
wow.
I got 11
Praise be to
young
God.
men. I got 11 young men and I have 3 young ladies.
Wow, yo,
Well,
that's a blessing.
two
You
well, one of
blessed,
my daughters is adult. She's still a
yo.
young lady to me.
Yes,
You
he is.
blessed, my
Oh,
brother.
and 3 grandchildren. I got
Yes,
3
indeed.
grandchildren. So
Wow.
I'm like, bro,
Wow.
I'm feeling good.
Yo, that's exciting, man. Please give Sosa my greetings and my love too, man. You know what I mean?
Ah.
So, my young
All
gunners,
right.
that man. But yeah,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
again,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You all the family.
We
That
out. Let me
I'm gonna
bring it
be
out. Let me
out.
ride it out. Here y'all go. Y'all got it. Y'all ready? We gonna bring it out with this one. Shout out to my brother Alkhidar.
The Messiah code.
We talking about being baptized with the Holy Spirit and then being baptized with fire. We talking about technology.
The Messiah code.
You really think God's perception of how God's light is really perceivable in a way that you see reality in a certain sort of way, and it's really not, because they'll blind you every time you step up to the plate.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room.
No, we in the Matrix though, man. I said, man, damn. It ain't no joke that we not in the Matrix. So I said, man, we in the Matrix. So everything is a program. People be so fixated on certain things and not understanding that everything around you is a simulation of...
In this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television.
This is the year 3023. We in the
But God is the best of all planners, because this is God's building, or this is a universal principle of that which
you all alive. It's biological warfare, not a lot of you all aware. It's something that's going on.
You can feel it when you go to work,
Study it in the colleges.
when you go to church.
We messiahs walking on water, that's maritime Allah. Arm, leg, arm, head, never paralyzed. The revolution should never be televised.
So, yeah, I want y'all to think about the archetype mind. The archetype mind and how it connects up. And everybody is literally a piece of that body of the Messiah?
You already know.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
The turtle represents 13. The turtle gives you a map for the universe. If, let's say, if you lost, and if you don't know where you're going, all you have to do is this. You just get on your knees.
How many degrees in a circle? 361 degrees in a circle, period. It's 361. I told y'all it's a dot that they always forget.
Like everyone else, you were born into bondage.
361. That's the 1 degree that everybody forgets. And then, if you think about it, it's 19 times 19. 19 times 19, that's 19 square. 361. That's
no straw
completion.
man, I ain't no chattel brand. I'm a living soul, so get the gold back. Here's a code.
Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
Right there, because 1 and the 9 is the Alpha and Omega. The 1 and the 9 represents the Alpha and Omega. That's the principle of that. Everything that flows between the beginning and the end. But really, it's really the Alpha and the Delta. Because it's no ending. It's just like everything flows within itself. Everything flows.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is.